AITA for asking my wife to stop describing herself as a single parent while I work to support us. My wife, 29F, and I, 31M, have been married for 5 years and have a 3-year-old son together. I work as a contractor and my schedule can be intense. Usually 10 to 12 hours a day, sometimes even longer when deadlines pile up. I'm the sole earner in our household, and I take a lot of pride in that. It's hard work, but it keeps the roof over our heads, food on the table, and allows my wife to stay home full-time with our son, which is something we both agreed to before we had kids. From the outside, it probably looks like we have a pretty standard setup. I handle the financial side, she takes care of the house and our son. But lately, there's been a shift. My wife has been increasingly vocal about how lonely, tired, and overwhelmed she feels. She's mentioned multiple times to me, and even more often in conversations with friends and family, that she feels like a single mom or a solo parent. To be honest, it stung when I first heard her say it. It wasn't even directed at me. She was on a video call with her mom, talking about her day, and casually mentioned it's hard being a solo parent. I was in the next room and just froze. I'm not out partying or abandoning my family. I'm not at the bar or skipping out on responsibilities. I'm working my ass off 6 days a week to keep this family afloat. That phrase hit me like a slap in the face. At first, I tried to brush it off. Maybe it was just a figure of speech. But then I saw she had posted something similar on Facebook, something about having to do it all alone. I started to wonder if that's how she really sees things. It's not like I want to be gone all day, but someone has to work, right? A few nights ago, the tension boiled over. She was on another Zoom call with her mom, venting about bedtime struggles and toddler tantrums, when I overheard her say, "Honestly, it feels like I'm raising him alone most days." That one sentence, that phrasing, just sat with me. After she ended the call, I told her, calmly, that I didn't appreciate being described like that. I said, "I don't like it when you say you're a single parent or solo parent. I'm not out of the picture. I'm not absent. I'm working." She looked at me like I'd missed the point entirely. She responded, "It's not that I think you're a bad dad. I know you work hard, but that doesn't change the fact that I do everything at home by myself. Every meal, every diaper, every bath, every meltdown. I don't get breaks. I don't get to check out. I'm alone all day, every day." I tried to explain that I'm tired too, that working 60 to 70 hours a week is draining, both physically and mentally. That I feel like I'm doing my part. She shot back with, "Yeah, but your part isn't here." It escalated quickly. She started crying, saying she feels invisible and unsupported. I got defensive and said she was acting ungrateful, that lots of moms would be thankful to be able to stay home without worrying about bills. She didn't take that well. She told me I had no idea how hard it is to be on 24/7, to not be able to pee in peace, to not have adult interaction for days. It wasn't a screaming match, but it was a serious and emotional conversation. We both felt unheard. Afterward, she went to bed early, and I stayed up just sitting with everything. I'm not proud of some of what I said, but I'm also hurt. I don't think it's fair to say I'm not contributing just because I'm not physically there for every meltdown. That night really stuck with me. I've been replaying it in my head ever since. I know parenting is hard. I see it in her face, hear it in her voice. I don't think she's lying or exaggerating when she says she's overwhelmed. But I also don't think it's fair that I'm being made out to be some kind of absent partner just because I work long hours. I didn't marry her so I could be away from her and our son all the time. If I had the option to work less and still provide for us, I would. But right now, this is what life demands. Inflation, bills, daycare costs, if we went that route. It's all insane. We ran the numbers a while ago, and having her stay home actually saves us money. So why am I being treated like I'm letting her down? I want her to feel supported, but I'm not sure what else I can give without burning out completely. I already come home exhausted, and still try to do bedtime when I can, or help clean up if I'm not dead on my feet. Weekends are when I step in more, but even then there are errands, house projects, and sometimes overtime. The thing is, I didn't bring this up to shame her or dismiss her feelings. I brought it up because it genuinely hurts to be labeled like that. Words matter, especially when you're venting publicly or to family. Single mom has weight to it. It implies abandonment, neglect, or disinterest. I'm not any of those things. Still, I feel guilty now. Like maybe I missed the deeper point she was trying to make. Maybe she wasn't trying to accuse me, but just expressing how lonely she feels. Maybe it wasn't about me at all. Maybe it was a cry for connection. But then again, isn't it valid for me to feel defensive when the work I do to support us gets reduced to he's never around? I don't know. I want to be a good husband and dad. I want her to feel like we're a team, even when life pulls us in different directions. But right now, I feel like we're speaking different languages. Since that night, things have been tense. We're both trying to act normal around our son, but we haven't really revisited the conversation. She's been quieter than usual. No more posts online, which I guess I appreciate, but it also feels like she's just bottling things up now. I've been thinking a lot about what she said, that even though I'm not intentionally leaving her to deal with everything alone, the result is the same. She feels alone. She wakes up with our son, feeds him, entertains him, handles tantrums, doctor's appointments, cleaning, cooking, all without help for 10 to 12 hours straight every single day. And then when I walk in the door, I'm spent. I might help here and there, but she's right. I'm not fully present. I'm checked out, not because I don't care, but because I'm running on fumes. From her perspective, the emotional and physical load is one-sided. She doesn't have a dull conversation. She doesn't get a lunch break. There's no off switch. Even sleep is interrupted. When she says she feels like a single parent, she's not saying I'm a deadbeat. She's saying she carries the full emotional burden of parenting alone during the hours that matter most to a toddler's day. From 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., it's all her. And even when I'm home, sometimes I'm too tired to engage the way she needs. I think what she wants isn't for me to quit my job or magically have more hours. It's for me to understand that her struggle is real, even if it's not the same as mine. Maybe if I hadn't gotten so defensive and just listened, she would have felt seen. Maybe I did make it about me when it was actually about her experience. I'm still hurt by the words, but I'm starting to see where she's coming from. So now I'm sitting here, wondering if I was the asshole for calling her out on something that maybe wasn't meant to attack me personally. I genuinely felt disrespected, but I also think I missed the emotional message she was trying to send. She's not wrong to feel isolated. She's not wrong to feel like the weight of parenting is on her shoulders most of the time. That's her truth. I just wish she could express that without using words like solo parent or single mom, because those imply things I don't think are fair to me. That said, I now realize she probably isn't trying to discredit my efforts. She's just exhausted and trying to be heard. I probably should have just listened instead of jumping in with, "Don't say that." I probably should have acknowledged her pain before defending myself. So, AITA for telling my wife not to refer to herself as a single parent or solo parent when I work long hours and can't be home often. Was I too sensitive, or was I justified in wanting a little appreciation for what I do contribute?